years ago today, North Carolina faced one of the biggest environmental disasters in our state's history. A pipe burst at a Duke Energy coal facility north of Greensboro, spilling toxic sludge 70 miles down the Dan River.
WNCN Investigates Jonathan Rodriguez has covered this issue extensively since that day, and he's live with a closer look. Jonathan?
Well, Sean and Sharon, remember, it was actually Super Bowl Sunday when we heard that there was a spill. Of course, we reported it, but nobody realized how big it was at the time and the lasting impacts it would have.
February 2nd, 2014, a Duke Energy pipe collapsed, dumping tens of thousands of tons of coal ash into the Dan River. It took crews nearly a week just to stop the spill. It sparked outrage from environmental groups who worried about the toxic substances found in ash and its impact on water quality, crops, and wildlife.
We apologize that this incident occurred.
Duke apologized for the spill and worked to clean up the river, but could only remove less than 10% of the ash that spilled. In the meantime, all eyes were on state environmental regulators, as even federal investigators questioned their relationship with the nation's largest utility.
Our goal was to get to the cleanup issue as quickly and expeditiously as possible.
Duke, the Department of Environmental Quality, and local environmental groups have spent the last 2 years battling various lawsuits in court.
Senate, come to order.
The lawmakers and Duke Energy agreed the millions of tons of coal ash stored across the state has to be cleaned up. 6 months later, the state passed the Coal Ash Management Act, giving Duke Energy until 2029 to shut down and clean up every one of its ash ponds. Today at the Dan River facility, Duke has ramped up the removal of coal ash, taking out thousands of tons by train each week. WNCN Investigates has been there every step of the way. We've taken you inside the facilities, researching the science to separate fact from fear, uncovering violations, holding all parties accountable, and even traveling to South Carolina to see how ash can and is being recycled. The work is far from over, and for Duke Energy, it's now a race against the clock.
And 2 years later, the state has still not fined Duke Energy for this spill. There's also major concern about how Duke will clean up the ash, but of course we'll keep covering it as North Carolina tries to figure it all out. Sean?
All right, Jonathan. WNCN has kept you informed about the coal ash situation in our state every step of the way, as Jonathan just showed us. You can find more of his investigative reports